Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Cuff Mini Pendant. This is going to be the smallest one. This is going to be the one that's 4 inches in diameter out of the series of 3. So let's get into the size of the fixture body itself, and that's going to be independent of what it's hanging from, which are going to be these threaded rods. So you're looking at 6.7 inches tall, and then 4 inches in diameter. When we get into overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture, which is going to be bottom of glass, to the ceiling itself. That's going to be the whole thing. It's going to give you an adjustable range. You can have this as short as 9.6 inches or as long as 54.6. If you need this to be longer than the long, let's say you need this to be 70 inches or 112 or something like that, drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and say you're looking at the 187300 and you need it to be this long, overall height. Give me a solid number. I'm going to take your email, I'm going to send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department, where it's going to come back to me with information on what we can do for you. It's going to be a little more time, a little more money, but we do customs every single day. Okay? Very simple. This starts off pretty short, 9.6 inches, so this is actually a perfect semi-flush. You could use this in hallways and bathrooms, you could use it in stairways. It's a great fixture. And then all the way to 54.6. If I was going to be doing like 3 of these over a kitchen island, I would probably have the bottom of the glass to about 33 to 36 inches off the counter. And then if there's going to be one over the sink area, I would probably have that higher above my eye. I don't want to be looking directly into the glass. I want it to be like that. So that gives you the opportunity to do that because you have all these different rods. And Hubbardton Forge is using a system of these interconnected rods that have threading on the inside of the pipes on each end, and then you're going to have these little connectors that have threading too. You're going to be getting 3 pieces of the 12, 1 piece of the 6, and 1 piece of the 3. Use them in combinations to get the length that you guys are looking for. Okay? Let's get into how you put this together. I want to show you more on that, and how we do it is we look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. There's going to be a full parts list. It's going to show you good line drawings of the canopy, which I'll get into in a second. It's going to show you how to put this together, and how you do put it together. You're going to put down a couple of towels on a counter. You're going to lay out your pieces, so you're going to lay the piece out that has the socket, and then the connector, and then a pipe, and a connector, and a pipe, and then finally the canopy. And you're going to thread the wires through each of these things one by one until you get to the canopy, and then they're going to exit the canopy. Then that's when you're going to be putting all of these things together. You're going to be screwing them together like this. I'm unscrewing it now. Screwing it together, and it gives you a really nice, clean, sleek look. You barely can even see where they go together. It's very tight. Okay, so canopy on the ceiling, 5.5 inches in diameter. It's going over your 4-inch junction box. This is not a heavy fixture, so you can hang it right from the box without a problem. This is slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees already. It's already set in. There's a knuckle at the top of this and allows it to bend to 45 degrees, so you guys are fine for slope if you have a cathedral ceiling. And stairways sometimes require that too. Let's hop into glass really quick. So this is actually the piece of glass from the larger fixture, the medium one, but I wanted to show you the quality of the glass. This is incredibly thick glass. I think the inside of the glass starts around here, and I'm just going to, I'm not kidding around. This is a very substantial piece of glass. It's on the quality of Steuben glass, if you guys remember Steuben. That was a very famous American glass company. Hubbardton Forge sources their glass from all over the world, and this is an amazing piece. Okay, that's enough on that glass. Why don't we hop into what's inside that glass? That's going to be pretty important to you guys. It's a G9 socket. So G9 sockets, they accept a G9 bulb that has 2 little prongs on the end, and you just push them right in without any problem. This is going to be rated for a 60-watt halogen. So a 60 watt because of the heat generated by a halogen. If you want to go brighter than that, so there's lots of LEDs that are going to fit into this. The trick with this fixture is you have to be kind of careful when you guys are looking at LEDs. I would probably look on Amazon. Part of the reason I would look on Amazon, you would put in G9 LED into the search, and then the whole thing would come up, and then you're going to see pictures of everything too. And you want to shy away from the really long ones. So stay away from the long ones. The reason why is because you don't want the end of the LED bulb to crest the glass. So you don't want it to, crest the collar. So you actually don't want it to be poking down. You want it to be kind of flat inside there. and that would be more of a kind of the fatter squatter LEDs. So you notice how this one is smaller than this one. That's a 75 watt equivalent. This is a 60 watt equivalent. You could probably find some 75 watt equivalents that are a little shorter than this and a little more like this guy. And this has actually a frosted shield on it too. You just have to look around, and there's no limit when you get into LEDs. If you want to try some out, they're so inexpensive. So just buy some and see how they look. There's different types of LEDs out there. This is a phosphorus one that has the long strip of orange in it, and these are cob LEDs, just so you know the difference. There's no right or wrong on them. They all work great, okay? It's a dimmable fixture, so make sure you guys are also buying dimmable bulbs if you want to go there. I talk about the color of light coming out of light bulbs all the time, LED bulbs. 2700 Kelvin is that super yellow light. That's kind of being phased out in the industry a little bit in honor of 3000 Kelvin. That's the light coming down on my hands right now. It's a nice warm white, so just take advantage of that when you go on Amazon. You'll see lots of them that are going to be 3000 Kelvin. You are going to notice there's also some that say daylight. Daylight is a blue light. It's like a hospital waiting room. A lot of people think it's a setting sun. It's not a setting sun light. It's a definitely blue light. That's going to be the 4000, 5000 Kelvin. So if you can, look for more of a squat light bulb that's more on the thicker side for an LED. And then again, there's no limit as far as wattage goes. Most of these are going to be like 7 or 8, 10 watts at the most, I bet. And just go for something that's 3000 Kelvin. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I'll walk you through the whole thing, okay? So, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.